It is this morning at about 12:30 a.m. A member of the Austin Police Department in a marked patrol unit working an overtime detail that we call STEP here in Texas, looking for DWI drivers, people driving under the influence, initiated a traffic stop at the Shell gas station right up here on the southbound 35 frontage road at 9th Street, just around the corner down the street from here. That was about 12:30 a.m. The sole suspect driver of that vehicle, when the officer initiated the stop, turned on his turn signal, very calmly drove into that gas station. The gas station, as you can imagine, with all the activities around, was very busy. He's in a smaller vehicle. He was able to weave his way through some of the vehicles. He exited the gas station, made a right turn here on East 9th Street that you see behind you, and he accelerated at a high rate of speed down the street, going the wrong way on a one-way street. The officer in the back police car turned on all his lights and immediately tried to overtake the vehicle. The suspect vehicle then made a right turn. As you can see, this street is closed. This roadway is closed. We had an officer wearing, an Austin police officer in uniform, working barricade control. He was forced to move out of the way to avoid being struck himself. The suspect driver then accelerated at a high rate of speed down the street right here behind me, Red River Street, and at a high rate of speed struck multiple pedestrians that had been on the street. The suspect continued at a high rate of speed down Red River and at striking multiple people, and I'll give you some numbers here in a minute. At 11th Street, which is two lights behind me, the suspect vehicle struck a moped with a male and female on the moped, and also struck a taxi. He then crashed on the northwest corner into a parked van. The suspect then exited the vehicle and attempted to flee on foot. The officer was able to overtake him on foot and was actually forced to tase him to take him into custody. As a result of this person's reckless and willful disregard for the safety of the people of this city that were here along Red River, we've had two individuals that were pronounced dead on the scene that were riding a moped, a male adult and a female adult. We also have an additional 23 victims. Out of those 23 victims, 5 are considered critical, and the rest are walking wounded to moderate. They have been transported to area hospitals, and the fire and EMS will talk about, as you can imagine, a very comprehensive response to the scene. This suspect will be charged by the Austin Police Department with two counts of capital murder. In the state of Texas, when you murder somebody in one event and it's 2 or more people, it is a capital offense, and we will be filing 2 counts of capital murder. We have contacted the district attorney's office to respond out here with one of their deputy prosecutors or their DA prosecutors, and he will also be charged with 23 counts of aggravated assault with a vehicle. That's all the information I have right now. I want to just say that to the anybody that's a witness, obviously we have a lot of them here that have come forward, but through social media we're hearing from people that say that they have witnessed this event, they have video of this event. We ask you to please contact the Austin Police Department. Our live line is 512-974-5186. 512-974-5186. And I just want to remind those people that have video that we do have 2 individuals that have lost their lives and 23 others that have been impacted by this person's criminal offense. And I would just urge you from a moral perspective to respect the integrity of the investigation, that we want to bring justice to the victims of this crime, and that I would urge you to not just be putting everything on YouTube, which in this environment will probably not happen, but I would just ask that on behalf of the families of the 2 deceased individuals here, and on behalf of the families of the 23 other folks, that we would use that, bring it through law enforcement. Again, that number is 512-974-5186, or you can also email the Austin Police Department at police spelled out, 3, the number 3, at Austin, Texas, all spelled out, one word, at austintexas.gov, G-O-V. Police 3 at austintexas.gov. And now, unless you all want, I can take questions about the investigation, the police part, or I can hand it off to EMS, to Chief Evans on fire, because of all the mics. What do you all want to do?
Police part.
Okay, go
Do
ahead.
you know, can you give us any more information about the person who was driving the car?
The suspect is a male, black adult, and I don't have any more information that I'm comfortable releasing at this time.
Was he alone in the car?
He was the sole male occupant driver, and he's been taken into custody, and he will be charged. We will direct file.
Is DA's office down here?
The DA's office will be here eventually. They just got notified a little bit ago.
Chief, can you give us our name and spell it again, please? Sorry
Pardon
for
me?
the out-of-towners. Can you give us your name again?
My name is Art, A-R-T, Acevedo, A-C-E, V as in Victor, E-D-O, and I'm the Chief of Police here in Austin, Texas.
Thank you.
Will this affect safety plans going forward?
Pardon me?
How will this affect safety plans going forward?
You know, listen, when you look at these kind of events, it is, you think about the number of people that we have come in here, not just for South by Southwest, but this is a city that is a thriving, safe, wonderful city. It's a wonderful place that we do these events very well, but you cannot stop a person who decides that rather than face potential drunk driving charges, decides to flee at a high rate of speed, go around a uniformed officer forcing him to run out of the way, and then at a high rate of speed show total disregard for the sanctity of human life. That's why we will be charging direct filing 2 counts of capital murder on this individual.
Chief, has anything mysterious ever happened at South by Southwest in the past?
I've been here for 7 years, and I don't. This has never happened here.
Do you have a BAC?
No, not yet.
Chief,
Can you describe the car he was in at all?
He was in a silver foreign car, like a Toyota.
You said it was small.
It's a small Toyota sedan.
Chief, can you talk about the steps that y'all took right after it happened when it comes to evacuating bars and apartments and so forth?
Well, I can just tell you that the emergency response was phenomenal. The Austin Police Department responded with dozens of officers, EMS, we'll talk about, and fire will talk about theirs, but this is something that, you know, this is our life's work. We are in the business of protecting lives and saving lives, and, you know, as tragic as this is, I'm very thankful that it isn't worse than it already is. So, you know, 2 lives and 23 other people have been impacted. One of the things that had just happened before is that we had just moved a bunch of folks out of this. This is actually an emergency fire lane, and after an event let out, we had a large crowd. I just thank God that a lot of the folks had already been pushed onto the sidewalk because it could have been a lot worse than what we've experienced.
Chief, do you have any idea what speeds we're talking about here, either from the driver or from your officer?
I can tell you it's a high rate of speed. That's part of our investigation. The Austin Police Department will be conducting a very comprehensive investigation into this